Hello everyone, morning, afternoon, evening, depending on where you are. My name is Pratt, BEM, British Empire Medal, MOR, member of the Order of the Rokel, Sierra Leone. I'm an accomplished musician of Sierra Leonean parentage. I'm also a proud Princewalean. Isn't it exciting that the Prince of Wales is celebrating 100 years? Long live for many, 1,000 years, but we're still at 100. Yes, some people say we're babies, but we are special. I'm here summoned to talk a little bit about my time at the Prince of Wales School. Now, I entered the Prince of Wales School in 1973, September. And in a couple of months, I was encouraged to become one of the school pianists, along with Arnold Kanu. It's a name that I remember, another fantastic jazz pianist now. And we were the leading pianists at my time. We met names like Franklin Eastman, Tony Jones, they left. And we carried on the fort to be joined by other names like Avni Ferguson-Nichol of blessed memory. And that was how my musical journey started, really. And in 1974, we had a flock of brass instruments sent in. I believe they arrived in 73, and some members were starting to learn these instruments. I joined in 74, where when Mr. Nathaniel Streeter, him more or less of blessed memory, he more or less held my hand and took me into the band. I have to say, those days, my parents weren't keen on me joining brass band music. They wanted me to be a church organist, a mission or a task or a goal or a desire that I did meet in the end. But in 73, 74, yes, I joined a band. And those days I was a trumpeter. I played trumpet, second part trumpet initially, and then moved on to first part euphonium. It was exciting. And I was also pianist of the school along with Arnold and others, like I said. Later on, we had a pop band in the school. Many of you probably won't know that, but we had a group called Funky Lions. That was a pop group, and we played songs like Hey Joe. I remember people like Johnny Smythe, Eddie Smythe, Manelius Garba, and some other names that I can't remember now, but it was fun time. But coming back to the brass band, like I listened the other day to an interview, and they said the brass band is the face of the school. I really do like that phrase. I had very good moments at the brass band. I initially found the instruments challenging because we didn't have very good instruments at the time. We had some Chinese cornets. We didn't have trumpets. We had cornets, bass drum, and the others, trombone, saxophone, clarinet. Okay. I remember a gentleman, he came from the Sierra Leone Grammar School band, Sir Ralph Wright, Bowen Wright, I think his name was. He came and he started to help us learn these instruments. I also remember Mr. Bokhari. He was a fantastic musician. I think Mr. Bokhari really fast-tracked our learning. Wow. It's funny how the brain forgets a lot of things, but Mr. Bokhari really transformed the Prince of Wales School at the time. Okay, so that happened. And in 1975, we played for the Jubilee, 50 years. It was Prince of Wales School at 50 years. And here we are at Prince of Wales at 100 years. To God be the glory. I pray that he spares my life to see the 50th, because the 100 years, because it will be a wonderful time, a celebration. Many whom we started the race are not here anymore, but we give God the glory to all those teachers. Time won't permit me to name names, but the Prince of Wales School was a place to be. The uniform, the teachers, the rooms, the resources, the progress reports, the report cards, the assembly, and the inclusion of Muslims and Christians. The Muslims had their own assembly, we had our own assembly, and then we would convene when it was time to discuss whole school matters. The prize giving, the field, we had a wonderful large field where track events were happening. We had so many sportsmen. I enjoyed my time. My journey as a musician, I left the Prince of Wales School in the early 80s, and I made my way to the UK. But before I made my way to the UK, I made a little bit of a mark at Buxton Memorial Methodist Church, where I was assistant organist to the late Lloyd Beckley. I want to thank him for mentorship, and when I came to the UK, I joined the Walworth Methodist Church and got more and more into the music. But you know, back in the day, if you had parents of Creole descendants, they didn't think music was a thing for boys or for even their children. So it was a struggle. I had to do a bit of electronic engineering before I said to my mom, listen, you need to give me your blessing. Music is what I want to do. Fast forward, I've done a lot. I went into Sierra Leonean pop music. I've produced several albums, over 15 albums, and some of you will know me for songs like Salomantu Bana, Taya Nogo Taya, Ego Well with the Righteous. I'm also the producer of Wilekwi Salon that everybody knows, and which I did together with King Masco and the late Bonnie Mac, who was also the lyricist for the piece. There are so many other things I can talk about, but I am not one to brag about accomplishments, but I've done quite a lot over the years, and I'll just quickly move on to answer the next question that I've been asked. How have I been celebrating and gearing up? Okay. Now, at the moment, I'm a bit restless. I'm a bit restless because all my heart is in Freetown at the moment. I just want to be there now. I just want to share in the excitement. I want to just let it happen. I'm buzzing. I'm buzzing. I'm looking forward to that. And I pray it all goes well. You've heard about the new band room that we're going to have and the state-of-the-art sports center. Hold tight. When Prince's boys do things, we do it second to none, as late M.A. Fowler would say. My expectations post-centenary for POW musicians. Well, I'm quite happy that this is a musician-based interview. The band has come a long way, in particular. Some very, very good musicians. I'm telling you, they are of high standards. I am quite a quality musician, and when I go to play along these boys, they are no soft chicken, they are no soft puff cake. They play very, very well. And now that we've got some beautiful instruments, new instruments, some of them that I was part and parcel of the arrangement and the buying of those instruments, we're looking forward. April 6th will be a day, to God be the glory. We can't wait. I want to say thank you very much to all the organizers. I follow things on the forum, on the WhatsApp forum. I am not one for a lot of chatting or banter on forums, but I'm a silent observer, and you've been doing very, very well. I am so excited. Can't wait. I pray to be there. I want to say thank you to Desmond for reaching out. Desmond, you are so resilient. You couldn't take no for an answer, but I hope I have satisfied what you've asked me for, and if not, I will do something else. I want to say what a reunion it would be to meet people again. It's a practice reunion for when we meet in heaven, isn't it? Thank you. We'll pray God that it will be a success, a resounding success. And I can't wait, just like I said, to meet you all again. One love, Pratt, aka the champ.